Hello everyone. We've been learning about some ways to make our writing a little bit more exciting and interesting. We've done lots of work this year already on our sizzling starts, but we don't want to let the rest of our writing get cold and boring. We want to keep it sizzling, and we want to keep the reader interested. So we've looked at correct ways to write nouns and proper nouns. Last week we looked at verbs and how they can help us to know whether the action in the story is either happening now, it's happened in the past, or it will happen in the future. This week we're going to be looking at adjectives. Adjectives are one of the most powerful tools that you can use while writing to make your story sizzle and pop out at the reader. They can turn boring sentences into amazing sentences. So let's have a look at how we can do that. An adjective is a describing word. It can be used to describe anything in the story: the location, the character, the temperature, the taste, the smell, the sound, the feeling. You can use adjectives to describe all of those and more. You can describe anything. Look at this sentence. There was a spider in the bathroom. Now, if Mrs. Connell came and told me that there was a spider in the bathroom, she would not be saying it in a calm and boring tone. Believe me, she would be using some adjectives to describe the spider. So let's add some adjectives now. She would be saying, there was a huge hairy spider in the bathroom. She would not be calm and boring. We can see how adjectives have been used to make this sentence a little bit more interesting. Alright, let's have a look at this sentence. A slug was in my kitchen. Again, Mrs. Connell would not be calm and boring if a slug was in her kitchen. We need to add some adjectives. She would be saying, a slimy, sticky slug was in my kitchen. She would not be calm and boring. And you can see already that that sentence is a little bit more interesting than it was before. I found a ladybird on a leaf. What a boring sentence. Let's add some adjectives. I found a tiny ladybird on a big leaf. See, it makes the story a little bit more interesting, keeps the reader interested and wants to find out more. A butterfly flew into my house. Okay, let's add some adjectives to that one too. A beautiful blue and white butterfly flew into my house. See how adjectives make the story a little bit more interesting? Our last one. The worm dug through the soil. I'm sorry, I fell asleep just reading that sentence. Let's add some adjectives. I also don't know why I chose so many bugs. I'm hoping that you can make some sentences about something other than bugs. So let's add some adjectives. The wiggly, wriggly pink worm dug through the soil. See how the sentence is a little bit more interesting than the worm dug through this. Sorry, I've got to stop doing that. Alright, so now we have the tools to colour our writing by adding 2 or more adjectives to your sentence. What I want you to do is write 5 sentences and make them awesome by using some awesome adjectives. You could even practice using different verbs to say if something happened in the past, or is happening now, or will happen in the future. Let's see if you can use both of them together, the verbs and the adjectives. We can't wait to see what sentences you can write.